I am Rafa Benitez, you are watching the Redmen TV.
Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV as Liverpool record their first home win in the Premier League of the season. Oh yes, and their third of 2012. And going in against Brian McDermott's Reading side 1-0. Oh yes, Liverpool are off to a flyer in their home campaign. Before we talk about the game, let's have a few of your Facebook comments. One or two Sharp Eye viewers will know we've upgraded the technology. Oh yes, it's only 4 years out of date now. iPhone 3S, you fucking love it. Anyway, Jack Roach says, great goal from Raheem and good assist. Dreadful end product from the attackers though, but at least we got the win. You'll never walk alone. Yes. Clement Kazuta says, good result considering our home record. Now time to build on that win and make Anfield a fortress again. You'll never walk alone. Yes. Mo Kankara. Yeah. Well done, Raheem. Could tell early on he was going to get the goal. Getting in the right positions in absence of Barini and clinical. Well done, Brad Jones. Reassuring presence in goal. Very good point. I'm going to pick up on that shortly. Yes, Ian Wilson said, should be killing teams off like this. Liverpool have always been the same. Not clinical enough in front of goal. Always? Not sure I agree on that, Ian. Anyway, Rick Galzerano says, great name, Galzerano. Brilliant. Great to see, sorry, had a bevy. Great to see you win, but once again, things were way too nervy at the end. We have conceded 4 goals in the last 15 minutes of our games and scored 0. We need to finish games stronger. Yes, and there's a point to be made around that, Rick, and again, all things being equal, I will cover that in a moment. I'm going to round up though. Stephen Hill says, should have been more than 1-0. I'm happy with 3 points, but again, our need for an out-and-out goal scorer was illustrated. Suarez is a world-class player, but he needs to keep his shots on target. Yeah. Delighted for Sterling, the first of many, I'm sure. What a player he's going to be. I like the way Enrique played left wing. He was much more effective than he usually is at left back. Good win. You'll never walk alone. Yeah, great to see Andrea Desena come on left wing, wasn't it? The second half, shades off, skinhead and all. No, I mean, look, let's just comment on the last couple of points there about the end of the game. People around me nervy. Maybe it was me, the fact that I threw a bottle down my neck, a bottle of Carlsberg down my neck at half time. I don't know, but I wasn't quite as nervy as the rest of the people around me. Because ultimately we brought Jose Enrique on, and some people would call that a defensive substitution. By all accounts it is. Jose Enrique was a revelation down the left. Now I think if we had perhaps Saidi would have done the same if we come on, but I thought he was excellent. I mean, again, I've not watched the game back. I've come from, it's gone from pub to cop to pub to pub to studio, so bear with me if I get a few things factually incorrect, but I would say at least 2 clear-cut chances from Jose Enrique. I would say 4, maybe 5 reasonable opportunities getting to the byline, you know, and that's all they came on when we were back to the wall. Don't get me wrong, we conceded a lot of possession. That was the most Redden were in the game was in the last 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. But equally, as I say, I think our most dangerous spell came at that. It went a little bit reckless. As I was walking out of the ground, I went for a burst, and I had some fella moaning, oh, he played for that. Rodgers played for that. You can tell he played for that in the second half. He played for that. Didn't go for it. Fuck off. We won a game at home. What the fuck do you want? If he goes gung-ho, you know what? He keeps Sterling on the pitch. He keeps Suso on the pitch. Puts on another attacker, or what happens? We fucking concede the goal. What happens then? What's he saying then? Oh, he's thrown that away. He's thrown it away. 2 attacking. Fuck off. The fact of the matter is, there's no way Brendan Rodgers personally as well was losing that game. The club, talk about personal vendetta, the club that sacked him as well, for him personally, he's got to go out and win that game. And we spoke on the subscriber show this week, and we spoke on the Redden match build-up as well, saying that was the first must-win game of the season. And to be honest, I was really proud of the way Rodgers dealt with that. okay, you know, attacking wise, have it ended up with Jordan Henderson right wing and Jose Enrique left wing doesn't make you think, ooh, we're going to finish top 4. But fuck off, we need to get 3 points on the board there. We need to get a home win under our belt. I was saying after Stoke, where does our home win come from? It didn't look like we had it in us to get a home win. And you know what? I thought we bossed the game. Once again, we created the lion's share of chances. We had the lion's share of possession, which was fantastic to see. But ultimately, what's it worth? You know, we'd be having the same arguments as we've had time and time again this season. Oh, Liverpool, you know, had the chances but couldn't take them, and then what happens? Sucker punch, and we've crossed ourselves because we only had a 1 goal lead. We clearly realised that, okay, we can't rely on ourselves to get the 2 goal lead, so you know what, let's make sure that we're solid at the back. And I have to say, I'm very happy with the way that, okay, 1 or 2 little moments and all that, but on the whole, 90 minutes comes, 94 minutes, whatever, and we've got the win. That's the most important thing. Look at individual performances. Mentioned about Brad Jones being assured there in goal. Fantastic. Now, I made a point on the subscriber show about Pepe Reina's mentality in that episode of Being Liverpool, last week's one, where you see him, he's being a little bit downbeat, a little bit downhearted about the whole being on the road experience. I think there's a little mentality issue there with Pepe, and there's going to be those of you commenting and going, fuck off, Paul, I told you this a year ago. Well, fuck you. Because you know what, I'll back Pepe Reina till the end of the earth, but I can understand that maybe his head's not quite in the game. Brad Jones, we know, technically speaking, he's nowhere near the goalkeeper that Pepe Reina is, but perhaps, and bear with me on this, because it's outlandish, perhaps we don't need a goalkeeper as good as Pepe Reina. Perhaps we just need a solid goalkeeper who just does the basics well. A few fellas around us, he was playing passes out, and they go, ooh. His distribution was excellent, and I'd be very interested to see the stats. In fact, I was going to try and get them up, but I don't want to guarantee that I can get them, so I'm going to talk around it while the app hopefully loads in. iPhone 3S, 4-year-old technology, booyah. But I was very happy with everything Jones had sort of, he flapped it across. You know what, he came out and he got stuff to cross it. He took a lot, and he dealt with stuff as well, you know, getting fists to things. Perhaps not the worldly clearances, but you know what, Pepe Reina's not been magnificent doing it either. Fact of the matter is, Brad Jones comes in and what does he do? Gets a clean sheet. As a goalkeeper, what more can you ask? I didn't see him horrifically fuck anything up. He made a couple of very good saves as well. He was I wouldn't say commanding necessarily, but I'd say it's the distribution thing. He didn't look panicky. He took his time and he played the ball out. And he was, as Brendan Rodger said in that interview with us last month, he made us have 11 players on the pitch. He was always open for a pass from the centre halves or the full-backs, and when he took it, he laid it off, and he no fuss, no muss, as they say. And I've maybe judged Brad Jones a little bit prematurely. He looked a bit shaky coming in last season, but Brendan Rodgers seems to have given him the confidence. Fact of the matter is, you know, he's been playing the cup games. He's looked very solid in the Europa League. I can't fault him, and you know what? Based on that performance, if Pepe Reina's fit, I think maybe he should go into the Angie game, and I think Brad Jones should maybe get the derby. Outlandish, I know, but you know what? If we're going to have a meritocracy at Liverpool Football Club, Brad Jones deserves his place based on that performance. Past that, Luis Suarez, this was one of the wringer's neck weeks. I've said this in the past, you'd have to drop to your knees, thinking about how you're going to beg the missus for how you can name your first child Luis, and then you have the other weeks when you wring his little fucking neck for missing chances, and that was one of those games. Don't get me wrong, the highlight of the game was when we finally got a fucking free kick on the edge of the box, and there was a standing ovation at Anfield. We're talking main stand, upper centenary and all, to your feet, clapping and cheering, because it was a joke. And I show me ignorance a little. I don't know what the referee's name was, Kojak, Baldy McGee, whatever. He was fucking rubbish, and his team were pretty rubbish as well. Now, you can make too much of referees. I've not seen the incidents back, but on the whole, I thought they got them wrong time and time again. Again, view from the cop, you'll know better. If you thought the referee got it spot on, please do correct me in the comments section underneath. But Luis Suarez was pretty fucking woeful, I think, all told. But that being said, you know, he's in and about, he's causing problems. It's just that thing of, there's no problem the Liverpool Football Club has, I think, that cannot be solved by having a world-class goal scorer leading that line. That chance cut back to him left-footed and he just skies it over the bar. A proper centre forward either takes a touch and slots it or whatever. He gets the other chance though. He takes his time, he basically stops, has a breather, pops the kettle on, checks his watch, has a little bit of a scratch of his nuts, and then smacks it wide. What are you fucking thinking? Just slot it in the far corner. But this is the problem with Luis Suarez. We know this. There's almost no point talking about it. This is the rough with this move when it comes to Luis Suarez. We know this. I'm desperately trying to get this out working. I think I'm holding it together all right. Now, on the whole, what can you say? I thought we looked a lot better prospect attacking wise when John Joe Shelby came on. He nearly set up a goal with his first touch, which was great to see. But that being said, defensively, perhaps we were looking for it a little bit much. We lost that little bit of patience in the final third. I thought Suso was excellent first half. One or two opportunities. There was one opportunity attacking wise where he sort of broke. He won the ball and he broke free. And in the past, I've seen young kids come in and they just want to run for the byline then. But he knew there's no point because I'll get there and there'll be no fucker there. So he took his time, took a breath, kept possession, came back inside and laid it off. And it's that kind of maturity that really impresses me with the likes of Suso, and particularly, we've spoken about it time and time again, Raheem Sterling. So I think it bodes very well there. Are the stats there? We've waited a while. Can we get them up? Match facts, potentially. Looking past that, Steven Gerrard, fairly honest, but he kept things going. Joe Allen I thought was excellent. We saw a few more glimpses there. We saw seashells by the seashore. Joe Allen a little bit more of him getting forward and showing glimpses of the kind of player that hopefully he'll be if he's able to push on further forward. When Lucas comes back, maybe we play him in a slightly more advanced role. Match stats, there we go. I can't remember what the point was, but then again, pass completion 82%, not very nice to see. I can't remember what the point was, we'll come back to that anyway. Cause, standing, love it. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. We'll round up. We'll talk about this more in detail on the subscriber show on Tuesday, our pre-derby game special. Oh hell fucking yes, the Merseyside derby is on the horizon and we shall cover it from every possible red angle that we can, and hopefully have a little sketch or two in there for you as well from the Redmen Northeast if we get our act together. Fingers crossed there. If you want to watch that and you're not sure what it's all about, have a little look. You can see this kind of thing. We had a dodgy end to the transfer window. Everyone's ready to hang FSG and E&A, and then what happens? Brendan Rodgers comes out with all the major fan sites, delivers this incredible interview that goes viral, and that's all everyone ends up talking about. And then what happens exactly a month later? All this stuff goes off with Jen Chang, and lo and behold, there's an interview with Lucas to keep everyone distracted and stuff. If you want to see it, it looks exactly like that. You could read the lines that, but you know.
I've got the perfect answer to that conspiracy theorist right there.
Which one right there?
That one right there. Seriously, if they're going to do that, why would they use us? Why wouldn't they just put it out on their own fucking website and have 3 million people talking about it?
Yeah, well,
instead of 20,000.
Well, yeah, I suppose there is.
What would the point be?
Yeah. No, yeah. There you go, magnificent. That kind of thing. Basically, it's free for a month if you want to try it. If you've got PayPal, you can watch it for free for an entire month. Not just that show, every show preceding it. There's 15 weeks worth of shows up there, 2 hours a pop, as well as all the last season's ones, and loads of extra bonus sketches and interviews with Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, Rafa Benitez, etc, etc. So please do check that out. It's, as I say, free for the first month, £2 a month. After that, if you think that's too expensive, what we offer, fine, get on with your lives. I'm not asked. Anyway, hope to see you there. If not, then we'll see you on the Everton preview show, which will be available on YouTube. But hope to see you on the subscriber show, you minge bags, as they used to say. Those people selling the end outside of Anfield. Anyway, hopefully Reds a little bit of a win, albeit not a massively convincing one, will be enough just to turn those Scouse frowns upside down, at least for a few days, until we come up against the might of Samuel Eto'o at Anfield. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoy your Saturday and Sunday, and good night. Ta-ra.